Lakshay, Naina, thank you all for joining. So I hope you're all doing very well. Is it okay we chant one round together and then proceed with the next part? Okay. So you can also chant um, in the unmute mode, and then we will discuss something. And of course, we'll do Kahoot also today. So let's begin with some prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Nama Om Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine, Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, my dear friends, Vaishnavas, worshipable devotees. I'm so happy to see all of you. Thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time, early morning, and chanting together, remembering Krishna together, reading Gita, Bhagavatam together in the company of all of you. What could be more glorious than that, is it not? What could be more fortunate? Hmm. So thank you. Thank you so much for taking out this time. Is everyone doing well, comfortable? Okay. So I know this week, today evening and tomorrow is quite busy for most of you, including myself. So we are meeting this morning. Next week is your exam time. So the best thing is to prepare for exams. Of course, keep doing your chanting, remembering, etc. But for a student, it's very, very important to get good grades, right? So focus on your exams and try to get the best grades. And then the following week is the week of Sadhu Sangha, um, which is 26th of 25.
Oh,
So I know many of you are coming, so I'll be getting your Sangha at Sadhu Sangha. So in short, we will not have these two classes where they can post the following 2 weeks. So with that, let's talk about anything anyone has from last week you want to share. Did some of you, how many of you know 1.1 and 18.78? Raise your hand if you know about the verses. 1.1, the first verse, and 1878, the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, good. So everyone, please try to revisit that if you didn't raise your hand. But raise your hand if you completed the My Purpose thing. My Purpose, a quick one-pager. You remember? We discussed last time also. Have you completed? Has everyone completed? Or the same hand as last time? Okay, please do that, okay? It will help you, my dear friends. See, whatever I'm sharing here, if you do it, who is going to get benefit? You will get the benefit, right? So I'm requesting you as a friend or brother or uncle, whatever you may consider me, it's going to help you. It will help you to have a clear focus. Okay, we'll quickly, I know you're all so busy, you may not have got the time to visit this verse, but we'll try to remember and memorize it now. 1.21. Okay, 121. Okay, I would like maybe 2, 3 of you to recite this. Arjuna Uvacha Senayorubayormadhye Ratham Sthapya Me Achyuta Yavat Etan Niriksheham Yodho Kamanavasthitan. Right? It's easy, not that hard. We have discussed it. Arjuna said, Arjuna Uvacha, Sena, in the middle of the army, Madhya, please take my chariot. Where? In the middle, Madhya, in the middle of the armies. Ratham, Ratha is a chariot. Sthapya, situate that. Oh, Achyuta. Achyuta means? Who knows Achyuta? Yes, Vedi?
I know it's Krishna's name, but I forgot what it means.
Yes, it's Krishna's name. Who knows the meaning? Achyuta means infallible. One who is Chuta means fallible. We are fallible, right? We make mistakes. We are prone to, we have imperfect senses, but we fall down in this material world because of the karmic cycle and stuff. But Krishna is Achyuta, infallible. Yavad etan niriksheham. I want to see Yodhu Kaman Avasthitan, who are all present. who all are present to fight in this battle with me. Okay? Okay, now maybe Vedahi and Navya and Mishti can recite. And others, please put your full focus to memorize it now. Okay? Memorize it now. Now, because you'll get busy later. I know you're also busy people. Okay, let's do it. So
Hare Krishna.
3 instances, I will keep the slide on. Then the next challenge will be I'll keep the slide off and see who all can. Okay, so first 3, you're all give your 100% to memorize it now.
Hare Krishna. Arjun Uvacha Senayor Ubhayor Ratam Sthapya Me Achyuta Yavareta Niriksheham Yodukaman Avastitan.
Wonderful. And you can also try to remember, okay, the first line is talking about the middle of the army. Next line is talking about Krishna, take my chariot in the, situate my chariot. Okay, so the first 2 lines, Arjuna is saying, situate my chariot in the middle of the army. Okay, the next 2 lines, Yavat Etha Niriksha. I want to see. I want to see all these people who have come, Yodhu Kaman, with it, Kam means desire, those who have come with a desire to fight. Avasthitan. So you see the word stha is coming, Avasthitan, who are present or who are situated here, who are arrayed, who are arranged in the battlefield. Okay, so you can break the first 2 lines and the next 2 lines. So first 2 lines, Arjuna is saying to Krishna what to do, and then he is telling what he wants to do. Are you following? What he wants to do? He wants to analyze. He wants to see who all have come. So what to do, Krishna? And then he's telling why he wants Krishna what to do. Okay? Okay, yes, Mishti, then Lakshay.
Hare Krishna. Arjuna Uvacha Senayorubhayormadhye Ratham Sthapayamechyuta Yavadeta Niriksheham Yodhukamanavasthitan.
Excellent. Next.
Arjuna Uvacha Senayorubayormadhye Ratam Stapya Me Achyuta Yavareta Niriksheham Yodukaman Avastitan.
Very nice. Who knows almost all the words? Almost all the words you know. Like, not literally, but like paraphrase. You can paraphrase almost all the words. Okay. Okay, Ashrit, give me a paraphrase translation of this verse. Ashrit.
So Arjuna wants Krishna to take him to the middle so that he can look who's over there to fight him, like who's on the opposite side.
Very nice. Okay, now who is going to try to recite without seeing? Who's going to try? Okay, Vedi, and then Navya.
Hare Krishna. Senayor Ubhayor or Arjun Uvacha Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratam Sthapya Me Achyuta Yavaretan Niriksheham Yodu
Desire.
Kaman Avastitan.
Excellent. See, all of you are so brilliant. You just need to give 2 minutes, right? You're also brilliant. Yes, Vinita. Or sorry, Navya, and then Vinita.
सेनयोरुभयोर् मध्ये रथं स्थापय मयच्छुता
He wants to see, right? He wants to do analysis. Yavad, Etan.
Yavadetan Niriksheham यावदेतान् निरीक्षेऽहम्
Yodhu was like fighting. Like do
योद्धु
expressions also.
कामान् अवस्थितान्.
Very nice. Right, so you can do expressions also. Senayor, ubayor, madhye, ratham sthapitam. Right? Yes, Vinita. Very good, Navya.
Hare Krishna. Arjuna Uvacha Senayorubhayormadhye Ratham Stapyame Achyuta Yavadetan Niriksheham Yothu Kaman Avashtitam.
Excellent. Wonderful. See, all of you are so brilliant. You can memorize in a couple of minutes. I know your potential. I know you are scholars. Such a young age, you're practicing bhakti. Your minds are so fertile. You're so all humble and sincere. You can easily do it. Okay, and it will help a long, long way. Okay, so now we will move on to today's topic, which is actually yesterday was Akshaya Tritiya, right? You know Akshaya Tritiya? How many of you have heard of the word Akshaya Tritiya? Okay, some of you have heard. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about Akshaya Tritiya, and then we'll talk about friendship with Krishna. Okay, we'll talk about friendship with Krishna. But before that, we will talk about Akshaya Tritiya. So, Akshaya Tritiya is one of the most auspicious days in the calendar, very, very auspicious days, which comes during this time, May. It is one of the 4 days where everything is auspicious, right? We don't have to see calendar, we don't have to see any like position of the stars, moon, etc. It's very, very auspicious day. Now, why is it so auspicious day? Anyone knows some reasons? What all things happened at this time or on this day? You may have read or heard some things. Anyone knows? Okay, yes, Avani.
I think on this day, Ganga came down onto the
Yes.
earth.
Yes, Mother Ganga Devi. River Ganga, Mother Ganga Devi came to earth. It is also the appearance of Lord Parshuram. All of you know Parshuram, the warrior incarnation who annihilated the Kshatriyas 21 generations. What else? Anyone else knows? Other? Yes, Ashrit?
Also, like on that day, like Pandavas received the Akshay Patra or something.
Yeah, Pandavas received Akshay Patra. Very good. Krishna incarnated as the sari, the cloth, to protect whom?
Draupadi.
Draupadi. That also happened on this day, the beginning of Treta Yuga. From Sat Yuga comes next Treta Yuga, correct? It is the official beginning, I mean, not yesterday, but the Treta Yuga, when it begins on this day, right? There are many, many more reasons, Sudama, you all know Sudama visited Krishna in Dwarka. When? On this day of Akshaya Tritiya, right? And there are so many other, there are at least 15 other things. Yes, Vedi?
I think the Chandan Yatra begins.
Oh, yes, the Chandan Yatra begins. So what is Chandan? What is Chandan? Everyone knows sandalwood. It's cooling, right? So why is it applied? Maybe that story we'll discuss some other day. Why is it applied to the Lord? But for 21 days, this Chandan Yatra, the sandalwood, the cooling sandalwood, like especially in India, this time of the year is quite hot. Of course, the Lord is transcendental, but he likes to reciprocate with the love of his devotees. So the Chandan Yatra begins. And like that, there are many, many more reasons. And the Lord Jagannath's chariot, chariot construction, right, begins on this day. So the chariot festival happens in June or after about 6 weeks from now. But the chariot construction begins on this day, right? So in short, it's a very, very holy day. Okay. So I thought it's very good for charity also. I thought we'll cover this topic today. Sudama visiting Krishna in Dwarka, especially on the occasion of Akshaya Tritiya. And that signifies what? That signifies the friendship of the Supreme Lord, the friendship with the Supreme Lord, right? We all have friends, right? We all look for friends. Why? We all look for friends because has it happened to you that your friend or your close one broke your trust, or cheated you or something like that? Or someone was your very close friend maybe 5 years back, but now they're in their own life and you're in their own life, right? It happens. It happens all the time, right? Like today you're studying with some, let's say, school friends. After when you go to college, you may hardly be talking to them. Similarly, you may be close friends, I mean, I have been through all those stages, right? So it's hard to because that's the nature of this world. And you may be very close friends with someone in your college, but then when you go to the work life, job, business, family, then you may not be in close connection. And what to speak, even if let's say someone says, no, I have a friend, some 70-year-old person says, I have a friend since my childhood, but they cannot go with us eternally, correct? But there is someone who is always with us, who was always with us, and who's always going to be with us. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. Who knows this verse? Where Krishna says, I am the well-wishing friend of everyone. Krishna is the Suhrid. Suhrid Sarvabhutanam. That means whether we are boy, girl, rich, poor, old, young. Krishna does not distinguish his friendship based on those external parameters. These are all external parameters, right? But Krishna sees what? Krishna sees the loving devotion. So in this connection, we will discuss quickly the story of Sudama visiting Krishna, which comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 80 and 81. Of course, it's a long chapter. We will not cover verse by verse, but I would like everyone to read, some translations. This is chapter 80. We will read some translations and then we will discuss some lessons. And of course, all of you feel free to share your realizations as well. Is that okay? Sounds good? Okay. So let's begin. So, as you know, Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami is speaking, right? He's speaking because Parikshit Maharaj is hearing, and Parikshit Maharaj is very, very inquisitive to know in more greater details about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So 10th canto is primarily the pastime of the Supreme Lord in primarily three places, Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka, in that order, right? Because Krishna was in the early childhood in Vrindavan, then Mathura, and then finally the later part, Dwarka. So now Krishna is in Dwarka. This is like towards the end of Canto 10. Canto 10 has about 90 chapters, I believe. So this is chapter 80. So where is Krishna? In Dwarka. And he was not in, like he had all the opulences in Dwarka. He's the Supreme Lord. So Shukdev Goswami begins this. Lord Krishna had a certain Brahmana friend named Sudama, who was most learned in Vedic knowledge and detached from all sense enjoyment. Furthermore, his mind was peaceful and the senses subdued. Like the typical qualities of Brahmana. In short, he has all the good qualities. So like that, I would like some of you to read, everyone to read actually. So who would like to read the next two verses? Raise your hand if you would like to read. Everyone raise your hand, then everyone will get chance. Yes. Avani, you can read the next two verses.
Text 7. Living as a householder, he maintained himself with whatever came of his own accord. The wife of that poorly dressed Brahmana suffered along with him and was emaciated from hunger. Text 8. The chaste wife of the poverty-stricken Brahmana once approached him, her face dried up because of her distress. Trembling with fear, she spoke as follows.
Very nice. I think many of you may already be knowing this story, but it's worth, going again. So what does this tell us? That they were very poor. Everyone knows this word, emaciated? Maybe it's a new word for some. Want me to pull up the meaning? Let's see what Google says. Abnormally thin, weak, especially illness, lack of food, right? So maybe it's a new word for some of you. So in short, they were suffering. They did not have proper clothes. They did not have proper food. They were struck with poverty, but still the wife was very chaste. And Sudama was his senses were controlled. The face was dried. I mean, can you imagine the condition of the family? No, they were very poor. Very, very poor. So the poor Sudama and his family, they did not have proper clothes. The clothes were worn off, torn. The food was missing. They were very thin and weak, and they were suffering because of the lack of resources. So let's see what the wife spoke to Sudama. Yes, Vinita or a third. Next two verses.
Hare Krishna. Oh, Brahmana, isn't it true that the husband of the goddess of fortune is a personal friend of your exalted self? That greatest of Yadavas, the supreme Lord Krishna, is compassionate to Brahmanas and very willing to grant them shelter. Oh, fortunate one, please approach him, the real shelter of all saints. He will certainly give abundant wealth to such a offering householder, to such a suffering householder as you.
Very nice, thank you. Okay, so what's happening here? Who's going to paraphrase what's happening here? Yes, Vedi. Everyone, please try to engage. They're not hard questions. It's like we just read. Now, what's happening here?
Sudama's wife is requesting Sudama to go and meet his friend Krishna and basically just ask for his shelter so they have a chance to come out of their poverty.
Because Krishna is who? Krishna isn't Krishna your friend? And isn't he kind to the Brahmanas? Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha, Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. And isn't he the husband of goddess of fortune? Madhava, that's the name of Krishna, the husband of goddess of fortune. Who's the goddess of fortune? It's basically Lakshmi, or rather Ani, we can say, right? So, what do you think about Sudama's wife? Is it a good idea to ask Krishna, hey, Krishna, give me resources so I can give me food, give me good house, give me good clothes? What do you think? Is Sudama's wife okay here, or what do you think? Basically, what is she asking? She asking, hey, Sudama, why don't you go ask your friend Krishna to ask for some material help, right? Is it fair to say that? So is she okay? Is that mood okay? Is that mood good, healthy? What do you say? Come on, now this is a tough question. Are you getting my question, first of all? Are you following my question?
Can you repeat it?
Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, Guruji.
What I'm saying that Sudama's wife is asking Sudama, hey Sudama, why don't you go and ask God, Krishna, your friend, who is very wealthy, to help you with poverty. Correct? That is correct. That's the fact. Now let's analyze the mood. Is that mood correct to ask Krishna for material help? To ask Krishna, give me food, give me wealth, give me clothes, give me this, give me that.
No, Guruji.
So can we say Sudama's wife is not approaching in the right mood?
Yes, Guruji.
So I knew most of you will say yes, that's not the right mood. But actually it is a little bit subtle. See, Sudama's wife is not asking for her own self. Sudama's wife is asking for Sudama's, because Sudama will not go for his own self. But if Sudama's wife says, okay, go for my sake, then he may go. Are you following? Krishna's friends also did that. Krishna's friends would not go to ask, oh, we are hungry, therefore give us, they went and asked Brahman Patnis to ask for food. But they asked, oh, Krishna said, I am hungry, can you go and ask? So this is a little subtle mood. Actually, she is not, and Krishna is our Supreme Lord, our everything. When the child is in distress, where will the child go? To the parents. Is it not? So it's not incorrect, in short, right? Okay. So she said, please approach him, and he is going to help. He's the ruler of the Bhojas, Rishnis, and Dwarka, and he's going to help you. So when his wife thus repeatedly implored him in various ways, Sudama didn't want to go, right? Because he was happy with whatever God has arranged for him. To see Lord Krishna is indeed the greatest achievement. So the Brahmana thought, okay, I will go, but not for material desires, but an opportunity to see Krishna. So he decided and told, okay, now when we go to the temple, there's a beautiful lesson here. My good wife, Sudama is saying to his wife, if there is anything in the house I can bring as a gift, please give it to me. When we go to the Lord, when we go to the temple, we must take something for the Lord as a gift. It could be, what all could it could be? A gift to the Lord. When you go to your close friends, won't you like to give them something? Right? So what does Krishna like to receive? 9.26. Yes, Avni?
Wait, do you want the verse or what he
Yeah.
likes to receive?
Yeah, 9.26.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam no me bhaktya prayachati tat aham bhakti uparitam ashnami paratatmana.
Very nice. So we can take multiple gifts for the Lord, right? So let's see what all things we can take. Now, in that verse, gifts for our best friend, Krishna. So let's say you go to a temple. You go to what all possible gifts. You can take some fruits, right? can take flowers, patram, pushpam, right? You can even cook something and offer, right? Some what do you say, preparation, right?
Food.
Fruit I already wrote.
No, but I'm saying like food, like
Food,
cooked food.
food, yeah, okay, preparation, food. Like you made kheer, you made you, in the flowers, you can also make a garland, right? Etc.
Sweet, sweets.
Yeah, all types of food, sweets, like cuisines and all types of food. Of course, which are allowed, sattvic foods based on. What else? Tulsi, right? Very, very, it's again the flowers category, but Tulsi is very dear. What else you can take?
Money for the temple so that they can help.
Yeah,
Like, the
donation.
temple.
You
Yeah.
can, um, money. That's also fine. You can put in the hundi. Most importantly, you're taking your good self, right? Krishna, I have come to you. That's my biggest. Sometimes, um, oneself, like Krishna, please accept me. Hmm? Right? You can also take the gift of prayer. You can sincerely offer a prayer. Like Krishna, I learned a verse for you. I learned 1.21 for you. I want to recite because you are my friend. Let's say you get your report card. Hey, Krishna, look at my report card. I want to offer these grades to you. You were the one who helped me with everything. This is my gift to you. Let's say you get a medal or a trophy in your sports or dance or arts or cultural this that all of you're so talented in so many things, some certification you did or you graduated or something, anything, you can take that, Krishna. You can show that gift to Krishna, is it not? For your studies or extracurricular curriculum, um, whether sports, arts, dance, culture, right? You can offer that. Hmm. What else you can do? Most importantly, take your good attention. Be present. Sometimes we may go there, but we may be busy with our phone, right? Hmm. Be present. So you're giving the gift of your good attention, that you are present there. Being present is also a great gift. Any other thoughts?
Drawings.
Huh?
Drawings.
I'm not getting good. Job.
Like art that you made and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, some art, some crafts. Okay. Mm. Or you can go and say, Krishna, I maybe I'll help in cleaning the dishes today. So you can offer some service. That becomes your gift, like cleaning or assisting there, setting up chairs, setting venue. That's also a gift. You're using your hands and legs. Huh?
Electronic
Sorry?
electronic gadgets like some, like if the temple does not have like an AC and it's super hot, we can probably donate like ACs and stuff like that.
Yes, I think that may be a little bit more like at your parent level, especially um, because to donate like bigger things, you would certainly need your parents' permission and approval. But yes, I mean that can be done. Like if the temple, let's say, sometimes they even ask for like, okay, the towels. Like temple has sometimes Amazon wish list, right, or gift registry. Like the kitchen needs 10 pairs of towels, so if you want to offer that, you can do that. The kitchen needs maybe a mixer blender, so other items which temple needs. Okay, in short, there is a lot of option, right? And if we forget everything, we can at least offer a prayer, at least offer our pranams, at least offer ourselves, at least offer our attention, at least offer our some service, right? Okay, so Krishna, so Sudama wanted to, the principle is take some gift. Don't go empty-handed. Take something, even if it's a tiny flower. Sudama's wife now, did they have anything? They did not have anything to feed their own family. What to speak of giving a gift? They were emaciated. So Sudama's like, who's going to read this? Lakshay? Yeah, you can read the next few verses.
Sudama's wife begged 4 handfuls of flat rice from neighboring brahmanas, tied up the rice in a torn piece of cloth, and gave it to her husband as a present for Lord Krishna. Taking the flat rice, the saintly brahmana set off for Dwarka, all the while wondering, how will I be able to have Krishna's audience?
Wow. So generally, when someone asks something, they give not the most expensive thing. They give like something cheap. So flat rice is it a very expensive thing? All of you have seen like poha, right? It's kind of the chipped flat rice. It's not very expensive. It's very cheap thing. Like so, but something better than nothing. Because Krishna does not see cheap or expensive. He sees the loving devotion. 926 Yomi Bhaktya Prayachati. So, anyways, they got something, and Sudama from Porbandar, he was living in Porbandar, which is at least 100 miles. So it was a long journey. And he did not have a private taxi or something or his bike. He was walking. There was so much sweat. There was so much dirt, right? Imagine it took days to get there. It was not like an overnight or like a 10-minute walk. So it took multiple days to get there. And all the sweat, all the dirt, imagine like you're walking for days. And that small kind of, you can say, the pouch of chipped rice was also there with him. And finally, he reached there. Hmm. There were guards at Dwarka. And it's a long story, but finally he reached there. At that time, let's read further. Who has not read? Naina, you want to read? Text 18. Shlok. Naina, anyone? Please try to participate if you are able to. Ovi, yes.
At that time, Lord Achyuta was seated on his consort's bed. Spotting the Brahmana at some distance, the Lord immediately stood up, went forward to meet him, and with great pleasure embraced him. The lotus-eyed Supreme Lord felt intense ecstasy upon touching the body of his dear friend, the wise Brahmana, and thus he shed tears of love.
Wow, isn't that amazing? There's another story, like consider now Sudama is so poor and Krishna is the supreme, the topmost wealthiest person. Is it not? Krishna has so many gods, so many queens, palaces, unlimited wealth. And Sudama does not have 2 grains to feed his family. To give something, they had to borrow from there. They had to take a loan, in short, right? They borrowed it from their neighbors. One time, you know the story of Dronacharya? Dronacharya also had a friend, a childhood friend named Drupad. Now, Dronacharya was the teacher of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And Dronacharya was poor. Brahmanas are generally poor. He did not even have proper milk to feed their child. Who can tell the name of the child? The child of Dronacharya? Ashwathama. Okay. Ashwatthama. So he was quite poor. And finally, one day he said, okay, I have a friend, childhood friend. I'll go to Drupad and ask for some help. Because in the childhood, Drupad told me, hey, my friend, if you need anything, please come to me. Right? But when Dronacharya went to Drupad, Drupad didn't allow to, didn't want to meet him. It's like outside a millionaire or billionaire's mansion, if a beggar comes, if that millionaire, like he will feel insulted. Oh, if someone is saying, oh, this beggar is millionaire's friend, he'll feel insulted in front of his people, right? Is it not? Or especially those who don't have a good heart, those who are not pure, right? Hey, why are you spoiling my clothes? You are so dirty. I'm so, So, and that's what happened with the Drupad story. So Drupad said, hey, friendship cannot be between, like, you are like a beggar and I am the king. Friendship is amongst equals. So basically, get out. He didn't allow. But here, what we see is totally opposite. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, the God, the husband of Goddess of Fortune. Although the guards were saying that this Brahmana is just trying to kind of get entry into the kingdom, the guards didn't allow. But as we see, as soon as the Lord, immediately heard that he immediately look at the word. It's very important. It shows his eagerness to meet his friend. He embraced him, right? He was in tears. My dear friend has come. He was shedding tears of love. He didn't care about what the world is going to say, right? Seated his friend upon the bed, upon that opulent bed, and he was washing his feet, right? He sprinkled the water on his head, the water which has washed the feet of Sudama, the Brahmana, and then gave divine, fragrant, agru, kumkum, paste, happily worshipped with incense, arrays of lamps, basically doing a grand, grand welcome. Finally gave him fruits, gift of a cow, welcome with pleasing words. So lamp also. I mean, we missed lamp. You can offer a gift of lamp in the temple. You can offer pleasing words. You can share your heart. All these things, as we see. By fanning him with chamar, the divine goddess is fanning, the Lakshmi is fanning. Can you imagine? Right? His clothing was torn and dirty, Sudama's clothing. He was so thin the veins were visible all over the world. The people were so astonished. Oh my God, look at the Sudama, the Lord of spotless glory, the so lovingly honored. See, this is the mood. So Krishna didn't see his externals. Krishna doesn't see externals, rich or poor. Krishna lovingly gave everything to him. Krishna made him sit on the royal throne and became his servant. So Krishna becomes the servant of his devotee. Isn't that beautiful? Will any of the friend in this material world ever come close? No. Never, ever. It is impossible and it cannot happen. And Krishna does that eternally throughout our many, many species, many, many lives we may take. So, like that, they gave grand welcome, everything. So finally, what do when the friends meet? They kind of rekindle their childhood memories. So they are now rekindling oh, do you remember? Taking each other's hand. So they're holding each other's hand. It's a friendship. They're talking very pleasantly and very lovingly with a lot of affection. They're remembering their childhood days in Gurukul. Who was the Guru? Krishna's Guru? Sandipani Muni. Okay. Sandipani Muni's ashram, which is currently in Ujjain. If you go there, you can try to see that Sandipani Muni's ashram. So, um, Krishna is asking, oh dear Brahmana, after the school was over, did you marry a compatible wife or not? Right? Did you, after the school was over? So they're basically, they haven't met in many years. So they're just checking, how is your family? How is your health? How is your, did you marry? Did you have children? After meeting after a really long time. And then how are the, so this is a glorification. Your mind are mostly involved in household affair. Your mind is not affected by material desires. Do you take such pleasure in the pursuit of material wealth? Hmm. Having renounced all the, so again, this is talking about the Brahmana. Okay, so my dear Brahmana, do you remember how we lived in our spiritual master's school? Okay, who's going to read from here? Maybe we'll go further. Okay, yeah, let's read from here. Krishna is saying this. Yes. Vedi?
Hare Krishna. Oh Brahman, do you remember what happened to us while we were living with our spiritual master? Once our guru's wife sent us to fetch firewood, and after we entered the vast forest, O twice-born one, an unseasonal storm arose with fierce wind and rain and harsh thunder. Then, as the sun set, the forest was covered by darkness in every direction, and with all the flooding we could not distinguish highland from low. Constantly besieged by the powerful wind and rain, we lost our way amidst the flooding waters. We simply held each other's hands and in great distress wandered aimlessly about the forest. Our Guru Sandipani, understanding our predicament, set out after sunrise to search for us, his disciples, and found us in distress. Sandipani said, "O my children, you have suffered so much for my sake. The body is most dear to every living creature, but you are so dedicated to me that you completely disregarded your own comfort. This indeed is the duty of all true disciples, to repay the debt to their spiritual master by offering him with pure hearts their wealth and even their very lives."
Yes, you can complete this too.
You boys are first-class Brahmins, and I am satisfied with you. May all your desires be fulfilled, and may the Vedic mantras you have learned never lose their meaning for you in this world or the next. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So did everyone get this, what we are reading here? So one time they were given a service in the ashram of who's going to complete Sandipani Muni. Who gave the service? His wife, Sandipani, Guru's wife. What was the service? Go in the forest and get some woods for the yajna or for cooking. Like wood is required for multiple purpose. Now, what happened? A storm came. It was windy. It was raining heavily. And flooding happens. The highlands and the lowlands, you cannot distinguish because it's filled with water, right? So now Krishna is doing his Leela. We know that in Govardhan Leela, where flood rains happen, he lifted the fountain. Before that, right? That Leela happened before Krishna went to his Gurukul, right? That happened in Vrindavan. This is in Ujjain. But here Krishna is teaching some other lesson, that how one should follow the order of the Guru. And what they did, both Krishna and Sudama, they were confused. They were wandering aimlessly. They did not know, right? Where to go? We just read. They were wandering aimlessly. The Supreme Lord who gives direction to everyone is wandering aimlessly, right? The one who protected all the Vrindavan from the reigns of Indra is now confused and kind of stuck because of the storm or the hurricane, and he could not come back. So what is this? This is the inconceivable pastimes. Janma karma chame divyam. It is transcendental. It cannot be understood through just logic. So we see two things here. It was raining, it was dark. They had woods because their gurus told them to get wood. Now, what is the lesson here? They held each other's hand. So holding the hand, basically, sometimes the guru may give some service, but alone it's hard to do that. So we need to hold each other's hand. We need to support each other. We need to care for each other. We need to build strong relationships. But at the same time, have a balance of relationship and executing the order. So on one hand, they're carrying the wood, and the other hand, they're holding each other. So the guru's mission or the order instruction is important, but holding the hand is also important. Just holding the hand, forgetting the order, what's the use? And just focusing on the order and forgetting about the friend in the time of difficulty, that's also not good. So are you seeing the balance between what the holding hand and the carrying wood signify? Is everyone getting this? Are both the things important? Yes. Okay. Okay, so now we're about to complete this chapter. The guru was very happy, right? And they said, okay, we had many similar experiences living in the guru's ashram, and they're basically, exchanging words, exchanging kind words. Okay. So the Brahmana said basically it's just a pastime which you play the role of a human being. So Sudama knows this, right? Sudama is saying that you took up residence at school of a spiritual master is simply one of your pastimes. So now Sudama is saying this, the Brahmana, Sudama. You're the Lord of the Lords, you're the universal teacher. So Sudama knows that Krishna is not just, he may act like a friend, he may act like an ordinary human, but he is none other than the Supreme Lord. I know it's 10:37. We didn't start the next chapter. But let's take some thoughts, some comments, some questions till this point. Anyone has any thoughts, comments, lessons? Anything you want to share? Any take-home message? What inspired you in this story? The chapter after this, basically, Krishna is asking, did you get something for me? Sudama is shy. How can he give just, it's like, how can you give maybe a tiny pen to a multi-billionaire? Hey, I got this small $1 pen for you, right? It's like he's a little ashamed and shy. He may have hundreds of very expensive pens. How will a 1 rupee pen, what is it worth for him? But Krishna does not see the calculation, the material world sees. Krishna sees the emotion, the bhava. And when he took those morsels, Yasmin tushte jagat tushte. If Krishna is happy, everyone is happy. When Krishna accepted that, Krishna gave everything to Sudama, the entire world. And then magically in Porbandar, where Sudama's wife and everyone was there, their quarters, their simple huts transformed into magnificent palaces. Even Sudama couldn't recognize, where am I? Where is my wife? Where is my quarter, right? I didn't, when I left, it was not like this. Am I in the right village? Am I in the right place? Are you the right lady? I mean, you don't look like my wife, but my wife had like a torn sari and, emaciated body, but you looked from a royal family. So that's the Krishna's friendship. Of course, we don't try to have friendship with Krishna because he's going to help us materially, but having friendship with Krishna, he knows our everything. He knows what is best for us. He will never betray us. He'll never cheat us. He'll never trick us. He's only going to help us in every aspect of our life. Arjuna was his friend. So many friends of Krishna there, right? Okay, let's take some thought and then we'll quickly get ready for the Kahoot also. If you all want to do, we can do the Kahoot also. I think Vinita has prepared some. Anyone has any take-home messages, any thoughts, anything? Please share one thing. I would request or encourage everyone, please share at least one point which struck you or one thing you learned today. Yes. Lakshay, Avni, Vedayi, want to share? Yes, Vedayi.
I already knew this, but it's a very big point how Krishna doesn't care about your like external as long as your internal is good.
Wow, that's so nice. The material world cares about externals, right? But Krishna sees our heart, our devotion, the mood. Very nice. That's very critical point in this story. Anyone else? Yes, Ovi? All right.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So I was wondering, like, this is a very special friendship between Sudama and Krishna, but in this material world, how can we find good friendships?
How can we find good friendships in this world? Yes, so first of all, we have to see we don't need million friends. Like having 1,000 friends on Facebook or other social media may not mean a lot. I would say we should certainly try to strengthen our friendship with Krishna. And also pray to him that Krishna, please give me good friendship in this world. And then generally, if we get what we look for, simple. If we are looking for a right friendship with like-minded people who have the right goal, let's say you may have 10 friends or 10 people in your class or in your sangha, right? You cannot have the same level of connection with the 10. So it takes time. It takes time and it takes thought. So one has to see the understanding, right? I'm looking for a good friend, but am I being a good friend? You have to also see that. So if I try to be a good friend to some, then Krishna will arrange that it will happen gradually, my dear friend. It's not going to happen overnight. Let's say you go to a new school, you change a school, you are studying, or you move a city. Now you need to fit in the new group. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But I think in your condition in Alachua, I think there are a lot of nice people. You have a lot of nice people. You may not fit well with everyone, but I'm sure you'll find one or two people whom you can connect better than others, right? Whom you can, relate better than others. And take time. Don't trust anyone in the first go, right? Take time. It takes time. It takes year to strengthen friendship. Okay? And pray to Krishna, he'll help also. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And this platform is also one of the ways to find good friends. I think, you know, doing projects together, doing studies together, being in the classes, you know, you get to know people. That's why we did some group projects and stuff. So that's another opportunity you all have. Okay, anything else? Do you all still want to do the Kahoot, or what's the plan? Vinita, do you have it?
Yes, Roji, I have the Kahoot if you want to do it.
Okay, so all of you have a nice Kahoot time. Thank you. Please, I wish you all the best for your upcoming exams, and then I'm eager to see most of you at the upcoming Sadhu Sangha festival also. Hare Krishna, take care. Haribol, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so do we want to continue where we left off with the Hanuman one, or do we want to do feedback today? Because
We can continue with the
Yeah.
Hanuman one.
just okay. Let me share this. Okay, can you guys see my screen? We'll start classic mode. Okay, is that everybody? Like, or
All right, 1 minute.
okay.
There's only 4.
Let's get started. The adventurous jump of Hanuman. Okay, how many miles did Hanuman do you have to jump? Okay, good job, guys. All right, true or false? Hanumanji was doubtful that he could make the jump. Good job. Yeah. Okay. What was the name of the bear who helped Hanumanji overcome his doubts? Nice one. His name was Jambavan, the bear. So yeah, okay. What is a lesson that can be learned from Jambavan? Yeah, the answer was all of the above, but you technically weren't wrong if you chose any of the other ones, so it's okay. All right. Why was coming across Manak Mountain a hurdle for Hanumanji? Remember, the mountain was the one that wanted to serve Hanumanji as he was flying over the ocean. So, yeah, so the Manak Mountain was the one who wanted to sort of let Hanumanji rest on top of him, but Hanumanji didn't want that, so he just, and because material praises can distract you from your momentum because he was on a mission. So, yeah. Okay, good job, Lakshay. Okay, what did Hanumanji do in response to the mountain? Yeah, so the mountain wanted Hanumanji to rest, remember? But Hanumanji didn't have time to do that, and he knew that, so but he still respected the mountain's wishes and then lightly tapped it and then moved on. So, yeah. Okay. What did Hanumanji do when he came across the Sursa demon? That was the one who could, like, she could get bigger and smaller and, oh, oops, but yeah, like no one could pass her without entering her mouth. So, yeah. So the Sursa demon, that she had the boon where no one could cross like her area without entering into her mouth first. So it was kind of like a trick, like no one could cross her. So yeah. So what did Hanumanji realize after he engaged in the time-wasting competition? Yeah, so he didn't kill the demon, he just became really big, and then she became really big, and then he became really small, flew into her mouth, and then came out. So he respected her boon instead of just engaging in the competition. Okay, good job, Avni. All right, what was the name of the second demon that Hanumanji came across? I think this is the one you guys were getting confused with a little bit. Yeah, it was Simika. Okay. Oh, why did he kill her instead of try to reason with her? Yeah, so like remember this demon, she was sitting under the ocean, like she was on the ocean bed, and she grabbed his shadow and she was trying to stop him from going on his mission, so he just killed her. Because envious people can't be reasoned with, and envy is a quality that can't be used in the service of the Lord. So it's better to just cut that off completely. Good job, guys. Oh, another one. Okay. Why did he kill her? Oh, oops. Kind of gave you the answer for that one. Oh, I think this one would be good. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, true or false? Lankini used to be the gatekeeper of Satyalok. This was the third demon he came across. Okay, good job. It's true. Okay. So why was Lankini cursed to gatekeep Lanka? Yeah, so she was just too prideful and arrogant about her position as the gatekeeper for Satyalok, so she was the gatekeeper for Lanka. And she was still she still had a lot of pride in her about that. Okay, last one. So what does Lankini represent? Yeah, false ego and bodily attachment. So both red and yellow. So you weren't wrong if you chose red. Okay. All right, let's look at the podium. Third place, Vaidehi, okay. Second place, Avni. First place, Lakshay. Wow, good job, guys. And then our runner-ups, Usher, then a third. Okay, last one. I don't know where that noise is coming from. Okay, guys. Hare Krishna. Have a good day.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.